Welcome to the Moneyball Clinic. I took the top 30 leagues, simulated them in full detail, then smashed it all together to create an aggregated database. This will be the baseline from which I'll recommend signings at a variety of levels and budgets. Jig, Scab or Kangaroo? Today we're talking centre-backs. I promise I've not gone mad. Very loosely, we can sort centre-backs into different archetypes. Those who are good at winning tackles, those who are good in the air, and those who are good at breaking the lines. Some players might be good in multiple areas, or even all three. Now, all the players we're going to look at today are very good. Let me qualify that. We'll be looking at two criteria: tackle win rate and header win rate. As these are percentage based, we do not need to factor in possession. 80% tackle win rate is above average. There are 1,673 centre-backs who reached the 900-minute threshold in at least two of the simulations. Of them, 748 won 80% or more of their tackles. For header win rate, 70% is the average. Just over a quarter, 429 to be specific, meet both those criteria. All players recommended today are in that top 25%. By now you know the drill. 9 players, all available at the start of the game, whose performances are much higher than expected for their transfer value. Tobias Sahlqvist is a rarity, a free transfer who played enough and performed well. The 28-year-old spirited Dane can play anywhere across the back line. A solid attribute profile, good at defending, good physicals, consistent and adaptable, but not one for the big occasion. And runs with ball through centre seems an odd trait given his low dribbling. It is not a concern though. In the 75th percentile for dribbles and 95th for possession lost, Sahlqvist can help break the lines without being risky. Suitable for any centre-back role, Sahlqvist would benefit from operating in a back three in possession, so there is cover when he goes on one of his jaunty little runs. Another Dane, this time employed, is Tanana's Fredrik Sorensen. The spirited centre-back come right back is available for around 220k. Does not dive into tackles, and low aggression makes Sorensen patient in engaging the opposition. Good decision making means that patience is warranted. Sorensen has the perfect suite of adaptability, big matches and consistency. His tackle win rate is elite. His header win rate is elite. Only 1% of centre-backs are elite at both. Sorensen is a dual monster. A plain central defender or no-nonsense centre-back if ever I saw one. Sorensen just gets on with his job. Inea Mihai is next. The 24-year-old from Militao centre-back can be yours for around €300,000. He's slow off the mark, has the turning circle of the ever given and can't tackle consistently. So how is he playing in a top 8 league and making this shortlist? Well, for a player who can't tackle, his 88% win rate is sensational. In the 99th percentile for possession lost, Mihai is also safe with the ball. He's a stopper, at his best when he is stepping up and engaging with the opposition, preferably with a more mobile player alongside him. Every video has its wildcard, and this time it's Toon Raymakers. The determined 22-year-old is available for around 600k. It's no surprise, given his 6'5" frame, that Raymakers has excellent jumping reach and low agility. His concentration and decision making does leave a lot to be desired though, and he is another who is not fond of big matches. What he is though is progressive. In the 60th percentile for progressive passes despite not attempting that many. In fact, he has a short list leading 10% progressive pass rate. Raymakers is best when active and suitable for a team who expects to do a lot of defending, a stopper who can then help start counterattacks. Perhaps my favourite player on this list is Moneyball. The 28-year-old Brazilian can also play at left back and is available for €1.5 million. His concentration and balance are less than ideal. There are concerns about his adaptability, but otherwise Juninho has a solid attribute profile and he's managed to last 3 years in Denmark. In the 95th percentile for possession lost, whilst being above the 50th percentile for progressive passes and dribbles is where Juninho stands out. He is a line breaker without taking risks. A great budget option for a ball-playing defender, one I'd prefer on the outside in a back three. I interrupt this broadcast to talk to you about affiliates. Now, those of you who have followed this channel for a while will know that I like to do things differently. This is no exception. I've teamed up with Games Planet, an official Sega distributor who is selling FM25 with a 15% discount. That's greater than the pre-order discount on Steam. Use the link in the description or enter the voucher code Musterman at checkout and I get a 5% commission. But that doesn't sit right with me. I want you to get the best possible deal, and I don't have the sway to secure that. I can't, in good conscience, promote my link for personal enrichment. So the condition for me doing this is how can I serve the community? The answer is simple. All commission will be used to purchase copies to give away. At the beginning of each month, I'll share my dashboard for full transparency and provide details on how each giveaway will work. So, if you are considering buying FM25 and you're happy to get a slightly lower discount knowing it will be funneled back into the community, then use the link in the description below or enter voucher code Musterman at checkout. Let's get back to the recommendations. How about Osaka's Ryuya Nishio? The Japanese 22-year-old is available for around 1.9 million. 5'11" with an attribute profile that looks more like that of a midfielder. Elite first touch and good vision. Questionable positioning and an underwhelming top speed. He is adaptable. Despite his stature, Nishio is excellent in his duels, winning 75.7% of headers, 85.6% of tackles. He is also in the 90th percentile for expected assists. A libero? Maybe. Perhaps ball-playing defender is more appropriate, ideally paired with someone with recovery pace. Ongare's Cedric Ntunji is an aerial tour de force. The 29-year-old Beninese centre-back can also play in midfield and is available for around 2.2 million. No standout attributes, but no discernible weaknesses either. Ntunji has the perfect suite of adaptability, big matches and consistency. Winning 77.3% of his headers is impressive, especially when you consider he's in the 50th percentile for goals. Ntunji is a target at set pieces, and that usually results in a lower header win rate. If the ball is in the air near him, he will win. A great candidate as a central defender or no-nonsense defender. To the mountains, where we find Colorado Rapids' Lalas Abubakar. The 28-year-old centre-back is available for around €4.5 million. Elite strength and heading, but slow off the mark. Abubakar keeps things simple and does it consistently. He has the best header win rate in this list at 78%, and an equally impressive 86.1% tackle win rate. As mentioned earlier, only 1% are elite at both. Abubakar's metrics, in fact, put him in the top 0.5%. Another player I'd use on a stopper duty. Abubakar is a player I want to engage aggressively, either as a central defender or wide centre-back. The youngest and most expensive player on this list, Strasbourg's Ismail Doucouré. The 19-year-old can play as a defensive midfielder and is available for 6 million. His attribute spread is solid, which is, in itself, noteworthy given his tender years. Doucouré is adaptable and does not have any discernible weaknesses. A shortlist leading 89.6% tackle win rate and second lowest possession lost at 2.73 per game. Doucouré is dependable and safe. In the 90th percentile for expected assists, he even helps create chances. Doucouré is a bit of a blank slate, good at most things and doing so in a top 5 league already. For me though, he's a covering defender, where he can make those vital last-ditch tackles. So there we have it, 9 centre-backs. Did anyone take your fancy? Or maybe you've stumbled across someone in your saves you'd like to recommend? Let me know down in the comments and see you next time.